Silly little bleater! Go home to your mother and drink milk. What do you understand of such things? But the others, listen. Tash is only another name for Aslan. All that old idea of us being right and the Kalormans wrong is silly. We know better now. The Kalormans use different words, but we all mean the same thing. Tash and Aslan are only two different names for you-know-who. That's why there can never be any quarrel between them. Get that into your heads, you stupid brutes. Tash is Aslan. Aslan is Tash. You know how sad your own dog's face can look sometimes. Think of that, and then think of all the faces of those talking beasts, all those honest, humble, bewildered birds, bears, badgers, rabbits, moles, and mice, all far sadder than that. Every tail was down, every whisker drooped. It would have broken your heart with very pity to see their faces.
Hi, this is Zeklog the Great. I've heard some people say that Christians should try to get along better with Muslims, since we all worship the same God. Is this true? Well, the best way to find out would probably be to examine the claims the God of Christianity and the God of Islam make about themselves. We Christians believe that Jesus is God. God made flesh, walking among us. There are also God the Father and the Holy Spirit, who are distinct and yet all one, but still, Jesus is God. And what he says of himself, he says of God. So what has God told us about himself? Among other things, Jesus said, I am the truth. John 14:6. Now, he did not say he teaches the truth or leads us to the truth. He said he is the truth. Because of this, Christians believe the truth, and speaking the truth is of supreme importance. This is why we hold in highest honor those who were killed because they were unwilling to deny the truth. We call them martyrs, which means witnesses. And what about the God of Islam? What does he tell us about himself? Well, according to the Quran 3:54, Allah is the best deceiver, the best fraudster, liar. This description of Allah is repeated several places in the Quran. This is why Islam, unlike Christianity, explicitly calls for lying to unbelievers to avoid persecution. Following the example of Muhammad, Muslims also explicitly endorse breaking their word to unbelievers if it advances the cause of Islam. Now, Muslims also honor martyrs who die for their faith, but there is an important difference. A Muslim martyr is someone who dies while killing the unbeliever. And these people go straight to heaven with no judgment. In fact, since the God of Islam is described as capricious and not bounded by reason or justice, it is the only sure way to make it to heaven in Islam. Otherwise, well, you'd better hope Allah's in a good mood when you stand before him. So, based on what they have told us about themselves, is the God of Islam the same as the God of Christianity? No! Absolutely not. However, there is a place in Christian beliefs for one who could be called the greatest deceiver. There is someone who, in the Bible, is described as the father of lies, John 8:44. So, Christianity does recognize the God of Islam. We call him Satan.